Joe, on the play, the strip sack down at the goal line when they hit you with the blindside blitz there, could you just walk us through that play?
Yeah, we broke the huddle fast, tried to get up on the line and we snapped it right away. We were just trying to get a pick flat. He ended up being open over there, but the guy jumped up on the line, so I kind of just double clutched it, and they came free. We're going to have a guy.
Were you expecting somebody?
There's going to be a guy free over there. It's just a matter of which guy it's going to be.
Joe, the timeouts in the third quarter, what led to those?
Yeah, well, I think you can see on the one, if I remember right, they held us over the ball for a while. You would have thought they would have pumped the clock back there, but they said that we got the eligible lineman in late, and they just kind of they ran it. And then the other one, we just didn't have the right personnel for the play that we had, so we couldn't run it. We had to burn one.
How did you feel, Joe? I mean, it's been a year since you really played in the game.
Yeah, somebody else asked me that, and like when you get back out there and you start running some plays, you get right back into your comfort zone. I feel like just as an offense, myself included, as a whole today, we did some good things, but we just made too many mistakes to win the football game.
Joe, when you look at this group, you obviously have a lot of young guys. Elijah had a big game today, and Michael before he went out. What do you see? I mean, you've been around for a while. What do you see in terms of the bones?
Those guys, I mean, I think when the guy's a ball carrier, it's pretty easy to see some of the cool things that he's able to do and just the balance that he has, finding little creases. I think there was a few runs today where he got 3, 4, 5 yards when there was really probably negative yards there. So that's pretty impressive. And then, Elijah, I think same thing with him. I think he's starting to develop into a really good wide receiver. From what I heard early on, he kind of got caught up in doing a lot with his feet and hands, and he's kind of, gotten to the point where he's modified it just enough and taken out just enough to leave his quickness and all that do the work. I think he's really good. I think they both got really good heads on their shoulders. They're eager to learn and get better. So that's all good things for those guys.
Joe, you guys had some empty trips into blessed territory today. The fumble, the missed field goals,
right?
The one that was a punt. Just how debilitating is that when you're getting down there and you're just coming away with no points?
Yeah. It felt like, that's what I said, like you feel like you're doing some good things. You're moving the ball, you're getting it over to the 40-yard line or so, and then all of a sudden you're getting stopped. Obviously, the one that I fumbled on the goal line, and then the other drive I think back on was the call that we got. I think it was the same drive. We had a holding call on a nice run, which I looked at on the big screen, and then I threw the ball. They played zero, and I threw the ball to E. Moore on like a little post route that would have completed at the hash, and it kind of looked like he was getting tugged the whole time there, and kind of tried to pull himself through. And that drive right there, I look at those two drives, the one where we fumbled and then that drive right there, I felt like we were starting to get some momentum, but our momentum would always just stop. I feel like if we could have just put one in the end zone, then maybe we could have taken off, and we just weren't able to do it.
The intentional grounding call on you. What happened?
we had a miscommunication there with the routes, and I was just trying to get the ball out of my hands, and I guess I had a little bit of pressure on me, because typically, like when you don't have pressure on you, you can't really call intentional. It's not intentional grounding, and I was really just trying to throw it over his head. I can think about it now. I probably threw it way over his head and out of bounds, But yeah, it was just one of those things where we had a miscommunication, and I didn't want to make a mistake on the play, so I took it and threw it away.
One of the reasons why Robert said he started you was just your experience and ability to handle the blitz, and having seen stuff like that before. How did you think you did against when they dialed it up, which seemed to be pretty often?
Yeah, hey, I think they got to us a couple times, and I think you can tell a lot of the times there were some balls that we were able to get out, and I might have been getting hit as I was doing it, but I was able to get them out and get them into some guys' hands. I think overall, we probably handled it pretty well on a percentage basis. It's just the ones that end up biting you in the butt a little bit that get you. But like the fumble and stuff like that. I think if it wasn't for that, then we could sit here and say that we handled it pretty well.
Is the touchdown to Elijah, Joe, is that an example of kind of seeing that, and you knew, all right, I'm going to get this ball out quick to Elijah, you knew where he was going to be?
Well, actually, it was like they came up and showed zero on that one, and you could just kind of tell that they weren't bringing it on that one, and they had kind of shown us some different looks throughout the course of the beginning part of the game. That if you saw the little tiny details, maybe you could tell that they weren't doing it, but they were doing a pretty good job of giving us some looks that made it a little bit confusing. But on that one, I was like, okay, they're dropping back out of this, so I kind of was in the pocket telling myself, stay patient here, get your back foot in the ground, and make a good throw. That's really what it was all about.
Well, even though you have not been here since he's played at all, with regard to Zach and in your short period of time here, what's been your impression of him and what you've seen on the practice field and just in the meeting rooms?
Yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to really see much of him physically. A little bit in scout team, and the ball definitely pops off his hand, but jumps off of his hand. He's another guy, like I talked about those guys being eager to learn, the young guys. He definitely seems very eager to learn and learn as much as he can about this game and how to play, how to play in rhythm, and then at the same time be able to use the other things that he does well. So you can definitely tell he's super interested in it and is going to work hard and is working hard at it.
Has he picked your brain at all in this short period of time?
Yeah, for sure. I laugh. I mean, I've told a couple guys, as soon as me and him get together, he's like a million questions. And it's all good. It's a lot of fun to see somebody that, is just coming into the league, and, being able to talk to him is a lot of fun. And, I don't have all the answers. I mean, it's football at the end of the day, and he's a little bit different than I am. And, But it's been cool to be around that room. It's always great to, be around as many players as you can and help in any way possible. We all love this game, and you can tell that he loves it. And when you get him one-on-one, you can really see it.
So how do you walk away from this? I mean, you played a decent game, but Zach sounds like he's pretty close to being, and we know you want to play. So what's your mindset as you leave here tonight, knowing?
Yeah, every time I take the field, I want to go out there and I want to play my best and put my team in the best position it possibly can be to win the football game. Obviously, we didn't get that done today, but I'm going to continue to do that until I'm told that I'm not going to do that, and I'm going to enjoy the hell out of it and try to sling it around and have fun with the guys.
You mentioned on that coach Elijah Moore, you said you noticed that they came up, but they didn't look like they were actually going to. What gave you that?
Well, the kind of front they were in, I think there was a guy that was out there that was pressed. So normally, like they would press and play cover zero on third and short situations, but not usually when it was a little bit longer. So there was no real safety on the line of scrimmage. There was just a few things. It just. All right. Thanks, guys.